2014 was such an amazing year for Century Plaza, especially the housekeeping department. I can tell you hours of stories about caring because of an amazing team that I have in housekeeping. But a couple of stories that come into my mind. One, I remember it was during the summertime, and there was this gentleman that was traveling from England, and he had lost his stuffed animal. And he said that he had this stuffed animal for at least 15-20 years. And it was a gift from his dad, and he was going crazy trying to find it. And he's like, it's gotta be with the linen, it's gotta be with the linen. So as soon as I got the call, he's like, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna try to see. He wanted to come down to actually housekeeping and actually try to find it. And he wanted to do it. But as soon as that happened, I saw at least 2 or 3 of my laundry team and also the housemen. They all got in there, they got put gloves on, and they all got on top of the chute, and they tried to go through all the linen to find this item. And really it took 2-3 hours and we were unsuccessful. But next morning when the AM staff heard about it, they challenged themselves to find this thing. And after at least an hour, they were so happy. They run into my office. It was Hector and Letty run into my office. They're like, look what I found, look what I found. And you should have seen the look on the guy's face when I gave it to him. But it's the fact that they were so proud of going through so much just to find that stuffed animal. And to me, if that doesn't mean care, I don't know what is. But stuff like this happens all the time, but that's one of the stories that really sticks to my mind. And we make magic happen every day. It's great.
You know, the holidays are always a time of caring, but I really think our HR department went the extra mile when they put together a really special day with Santa Claus in the lobby, and our associates could bring in their children to visit with Santa and then take tours behind the scenes of where mom and dad work. And along the way, everybody pitched in. Culinary team had made special gingerbread cookies and goodies for the kids to pick up and the stops along the way on the tour. Sales helped guide the tours. Even the engineering department came out to put together the photos and the frames for the kids. And just to see the kids' faces light up, I knew it was really genuine, authentic care, and it made me feel special to be part of this team.
So one of my favorite memories in 2014 in regards to how we demonstrated the acts of care for our hotel was we partnered with the Regency Club Access team, and we actually adopted a family. It was a Williams family, and it was really neat to see each individual get together and collaborate, but also really take the time to get to know the family, but understand what their needs were for their kids and their family. And what we did together as a team is we brought our generosity together and raised over $1,000 and being able to provide the necessities and the items for the Williams family for their kids. So it was really neat for us to really get together as a team and give back to the community or to a family that was really in need.
In 2014, I saw many departments show care, but one of the ones that really stood out to me was Dwayne Ma in the events department when they did the memorial for Jim. I thought it was quite amazing how they put it all together, and just basically putting all those memories together to celebrate his life was really nice, and it was really one of those touching moments, and I feel like that really showed care for one of our own.
I just wanted to share some stories of care which actually stood out to me in 2014. One happened very recently, actually towards the end of the year during Rose Bowl, and I thought it was very, very touching and truly represents what Century Plaza is about. We had these special t-shirts which were given us from Rose Bowl to wear at the front desk, and Sheila, who works at the front office, apparently did not get the actual t-shirt, Oregon t-shirt, and she was a little disappointed. And noticing that disappointment, Colleen, who also works the front office, took it upon herself, and the next day she actually brought her own t-shirt and presented it to Sheila, which I thought is very, very special. I think care starts with each other. We see it in Century Plaza all the time, and the reason we take such good care of our guests is only because we care for each other, and I think that is what Century Plaza is about, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of those caring moments this year in 2015.
When we think of care in this hotel, I think that it's just natural that we think of the wonderful employees that provide us Starbucks every day. Each and every day they remember all of our personal preferences, whether it's mine or my dear friend here and her crazy preferences, and they just exhibit such care for everybody.
Yes, not only your name, but the fact, and think about how many drinks they remember. I bet they remember yours. The fact that they remember my decaf quad ice venti 2 equal half a sweet and low Starbucks double shot every single time and make it perfect. And not only that, but they're engaging. They talk to you while you're waiting in line, and you become such a part of our lives. You can tell that they care about each and every person that they service. It's wonderful to see, and a great way that we exemplify care here at Hyatt.
Here in culinary, I really would like to call out Jonathan, Jack, and Andrew for really taking care to the next level with going to the tables and talking to guests about their dietary needs, their health conscious options, and really like changing the menu to meet the guest needs. I feel like these gentlemen really do honestly care about our guest needs, and I feel like our guests feel that in their interactions with them.
A way we show care out here is we have a couple of ladies that come in, the Kronbergs. It's the daughter and her mother, and now the mother is handicapped, so we take care of their car here on the driveway, so they don't have to wait for it, and it's right by we get it right by the front door. She can wheel her scooter right up to the door and go right in, and there's no hassles, no waiting, and we take really good care of them. So
some acts of care that I've witnessed in 2014 concern Terry Snowden in the reservations department. I sit across from her, and she is always on the phone with guests. She has talked to them for a long time. She will go way out of her way to make sure that they get what they need and that they're set for being in LA. Whether it's the weather, whether it's what clothes they should bring, she tries to help them out if they have a sick family members. She always goes way out of her way.
One of the most caring acts that I remember from last year was one of our room attendants, Martha Pacheco. She told me this story about how she was cleaning one of the guest rooms, and upon entering, the guest was still in there and she was having trouble on the phone. She asked the guest what was wrong, and the guest told her she was trying to dial out to somewhere in Africa because that's where her son was. So Martha said, "Here, you can use my cell phone. I have an international plan." And the guest was like, no, it's gonna cost too much money. Martha assured her that the international plan would cover the call. So the guest took her up on her offer and dialed out and was able to reach her son in Africa. And the guest was tearing up as she thanked Martha for her nice act of kindness.
I recollect an act of care by Jared Hobbins, our F&B director. He was kind enough to treat accounting to Starbucks. By the way, Jared, my cup is empty.
So a really heartfelt example of Hyatt caring for me this year was when we had the passing of Jim Chatterlane, and how our hotel family reacted to that and the celebration of life that was put on. For me, it was so genuine and so heartfelt, and the care and the detail that went into the planning and execution of that event, and the really moving comments that were made by different people from the Hyatt family, as well as his own family. It really touched my heart, and I have to be honest, it changed my feeling about Hyatt and some of the individuals that I work here in a really positive way, and it makes me very proud to be part of this Hyatt family.
I do remember this past summer, which was the end of July. We always have the state bar here, and this young lady, they took away her digital timing and she needed something analog to keep time down at the test. So I gave her my watch, and it really helped her, and she gave it back to me the next day.
So 2014 was a busy year, and I saw a lot of caring going on in this building, so trying to pick just one moment as my favorite or where I saw the most is difficult, but the one that stands out to me is one morning, there were 30 so of us from Century Plaza and some folks from Montas too, and we took the morning off and we went down to the Los Angeles Food Bank. They have a program for Los Angeles area youth that are in need of food for the weekends. So they call it the backpack program. And what happens is they might have enough food during the week because they're at school and they get meals there, but on the weekend they might be in a situation where they don't have enough. So I saw all my coworkers, happy faces, there one morning at the food bank packing boxes and gift bags and backpacks so these kids could have some food on the weekend. And to me, it was a really special moment to see everybody pulling together and doing things they'd never done before and wrapping pallets and packing this stuff up, just knowing it was going to a good place.
So I've been asked to speak about some of the most caring moments that I've experienced in 2014. And it's a really hard question to answer because I really have been able to see so many examples of our associates caring for each other and our associates caring for our guests. But I would have to say that one that really resonates with me was the engineering team pulling together to create the most beautiful Christmas display outside of their office. And it wasn't to be judged in the contest. It was actually just truly out of the goodness of their heart. They wanted to create a warm, beautiful display for all of our associates. And it was so touching to me and how thoughtful it was that they wanted to just provide that for all of us to experience. So I want to say thank you to the engineering team for making that caring moment for all of us. And it was certainly something that really stayed with me and will stay with me for a very long time. So thank you so much for all the caring moments that you created in 2014 and all of the ones that you're going to create into 2015. Happy New Year.